Somebody once told me how there are requirements to become a church, but there should be some requirements that a church must keep in order to remain a church. At first glance, that statement seems kind of messed up. But Jesus said something kind of similar today in today's chapter, Luke 13. He says it in a parable. He talks about a tree that doesn't have any fruit, how it should just be cut down. The person who owned the tree said that this tree is just taking up ground. In other words, it's just a waste of space. Wow. If a tree does not produce fruit, what is the point of that tree? If a church is not producing fruit, if a church is not accomplishing anything, it's a waste of space, just taking up ground. People. What about people? Our life is supposed to be like a tree that produces fruit. If we don't produce fruit, we're a waste of space in church. We're wasting space, we're wasting time, we're wasting opportunities, just taking up ground. That's a scary statement. Because in that parable, Jesus talking about the guy, a servant of the master says, "Oh, please give this tree one more year. One more year for it to produce fruit. If it could produce fruit in a year, great. If not, then cut it down." Imagine if God had that for a church. The church only had one more year to get it together. What if He had it for for us as individuals? Imagine if we only had one more year to produce results, to lead people to His kingdom, to produce fruits. Would we make it? Or would we have to close down many of our churches? Would people have to be removed from church offices? Would some of us as individuals, if we only had one more year, how many of us would be lost?